Pattern 141. I don't care.
Do you know what time it is?
I don't care what time it is.
It's after midnight.
Is it? I said I don't care. 1.
I don't care what I look like. I don't care what I look like.
2. I don't care whom you care for. I don't care whom you care for. 3.
I don't care how spacious his room is. I don't care how spacious his room is.
4. I don't care when we start. I don't care when we start. 5.
I don't care what time it is. I don't care what time it is.
6. I don't care what we watch. I don't care what we watch. 7.
I don't care where she goes. I don't care where she goes.
8. I don't care what you are like. I don't care what you are like. 9.
I don't care how they succeeded. I don't care how they succeeded.
10. I don't care what he wants to have. I don't care what he wants to have. Pattern 142. He cares about.
I think Mr. Smith always looks very nice.
He cares about how he looks.
But he sometimes seems to care too much.
You're right. I heard he's quite a shallow man. 1.
He cares about me very much. He cares about me very much.
2. He cares about what he can do. He cares about what he can do. 3.
He cares about the weather conditions. He cares about the weather conditions.
4. He cares about his car. He cares about his car. 5.
He cares about his future. He cares about his future.
6. He cares about his outfits. He cares about his outfits. 7.
He cares about his health. He cares about his health.
8. He cares about my feelings. He cares about my feelings. 9.
He cares about his students. He cares about his students.
10. He cares about how he looks. He cares about how he looks. Pattern 143. Would you care for?
Do you want some dessert or a coffee?
I'll have a coffee, please.
Okay. Would you care for cream and sugar?
Only sugar, please. 1.
Would you care for a cup of black tea? Would you care for a cup of black tea?
2. Would you care for some banana milk? Would you care for some banana milk? 3.
Would you care for red wine with your steak? Would you care for red wine with your steak?
4. Would you care for an omelet? Would you care for an omelet? 5.
Would you care for a Belgian waffle? Would you care for a Belgian waffle?
6. Would you care for cream and sugar? Would you care for cream and sugar? 7.
Would you care for a Japanese dessert? Would you care for a Japanese dessert?
8. Would you care for strawberry ice cream? Would you care for strawberry ice cream? 9.
Would you care for a blueberry smoothie? Would you care for a blueberry smoothie?
10. Would you care for some pancakes with syrup? Would you care for some pancakes with syrup? Pattern 144. I feel.
You don't look good.
I feel hungover.
Do you want me to get you some medicine for your hangover?
Yes, please. Thanks. 1.
I feel lonely. I feel lonely.
2. I feel great when I'm with you. I feel great when I'm with you. 3.
I feel terrible about the scene. I feel terrible about the scene.
4. I feel sad. I feel sad. 5.
I feel hungover. I feel hungover.
6. I feel frustrated. I feel frustrated. 7.
I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her.
8. I feel dumbfounded. I feel dumbfounded. 9.
I feel excited at the news. I feel excited at the news.
10. I feel joyful because of his joke. I feel joyful because of his joke. Pattern 145. I don't feel like.
What shall we have for dinner tonight?
Well, I don't feel like cooking.
Should we eat out then?
That sounds great. 1.
I don't feel like talking to him. I don't feel like talking to him.
2. I don't feel like explaining anything. I don't feel like explaining anything. 3.
I don't feel like going to work today. I don't feel like going to work today.
4. I don't feel like singing. I don't feel like singing. 5.
I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like cooking.
6. I don't feel like laughing. I don't feel like laughing. 7.
I don't feel like having a meal. I don't feel like having a meal.
8. I don't feel like going to church. I don't feel like going to church. 9.
I don't feel like doing the laundry. I don't feel like doing the laundry.
10. I don't feel like enjoying your party. I don't feel like enjoying your party. Pattern 146. Feel free to.
Thank you for coming to my party.
You're welcome. I brought some wine for you.
Thanks a lot. Feel free to make yourself at home.
Thank you. I love your house. 1.
Feel free to give me a call. Feel free to give me a call.
2. Feel free to take a look around. Feel free to take a look around. 3.
Feel free to insist on whatever you want. Feel free to insist on whatever you want.
4. Feel free to criticize me. Feel free to criticize me. 5.
Feel free to take pictures indoors. Feel free to take pictures indoors.
6. Feel free to read any of the books. Feel free to read any of the books. 7.
Feel free to make yourself at home. Feel free to make yourself at home.
8. Feel free to ask me about my career. Feel free to ask me about my career. 9.
Feel free to take the promotional materials. Feel free to take the promotional materials.
10. Feel free to upload your photos on Facebook. Feel free to upload your photos on Facebook. Pattern 147. Do you feel like?
You look pale.
I feel a little uneasy.
Do you feel like throwing up?
No, but I have a killer headache. 1.
Do you feel like taking a walk? Do you feel like taking a walk?
2. Do you feel like going for a hike? Do you feel like going for a hike? 3.
Do you feel like returning to your home? Do you feel like returning to your home?
4. Do you feel like throwing up? Do you feel like throwing up? 5.
Do you feel like taking a nap? Do you feel like taking a nap?
6. Do you feel like changing seats? Do you feel like changing seats? 7.
Do you feel like taking a hot shower? Do you feel like taking a hot shower?
8. Do you feel like riding the Ferris wheel? Do you feel like riding the Ferris wheel? 9.
Do you feel like buying this coffee maker? Do you feel like buying this coffee maker?
10. Do you feel like hanging out with your friends? Do you feel like hanging out with your friends? Pattern 148. How do you feel about?
I heard you had an interview last week.
Yes, I had it last Thursday.
How do you feel about the interview?
I think it went quite well. 1.
How do you feel about his painting? How do you feel about his painting?
2. How do you feel about getting married? How do you feel about getting married? 3.
How do you feel about running into the robber? How do you feel about running into the robber?
4. How do you feel about Thai food? How do you feel about Thai food? 5.
How do you feel about Central Park? How do you feel about Central Park?
6. How do you feel about the interview? How do you feel about the interview? 7.
How do you feel about your new car? How do you feel about your new car?
8. How do you feel about having a child? How do you feel about having a child? 9.
How do you feel about the new manager? How do you feel about the new manager?
10. How do you feel about meeting him for the first time? How do you feel about meeting him for the first time? Pattern 149. You look.
You look really happy.
I am. Mike asked me to marry him.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
I'm ecstatic about it. 1.
You look sick. You look sick.
2. You look great. You look great. 3.
You look exhausted. You look exhausted.
4. You look calm. You look calm. 5.
You look stylish. You look stylish.
6. You look stunned. You look stunned. 7.
You look amazing. You look amazing.
8. You look confused. You look confused. 9.
You look really happy. You look really happy.
10. You look overwhelmed. You look overwhelmed. Pattern 150. You look like.
You look like someone I know.
Are you Mark?
Yes, I am.
I'm Sarah. We went to Santa Barbara College together. 1.
You look like a hero. You look like a hero.
2. You look like an entertainer. You look like an entertainer. 3.
You look like you're freezing. You look like you're freezing.
4. You look like a fairy. You look like a fairy. 5.
You look like a freak. You look like a freak.
6. You look like a millionaire. You look like a millionaire. 7.
You look like a new person. You look like a new person.
8. You look like someone I know. You look like someone I know. 9.
You look like a lonely adventurer. You look like a lonely adventurer.
10. You look like you were caught in a storm. You look like you were caught in a storm.